Today is Wednesday, August 21st. We are now live with the latest in the crypto world. It's 9:30 a.m. in New York City, 2:30 p.m. in London, 10:30 p.m. in Tokyo, and 3:30 p.m. here in Malta. Jason Fernandez and Jose Maria Macedo will share their expert opinions on today's show. But first, let's take a quick look at some of the market indicators. The cryptocurrency index, CCI 30, has declined towards the 3,400 point mark. The index is down by 11% so far in August. The year-to-date gain has eased back to just over 55%. The 30-day Bitcoin volatility index increased just slightly yesterday, but it still remains at a low level of less than 3.5%. The CoinMarketCap website's 24-hour traded volume indicator has increased to rise above the $55 billion level. The Messari website's so-called real-time volume measures at $1.6 billion. The Bitcoin dominance indicator has remained virtually unchanged over the past 24 hours at just under 69%. The top 5 digital assets are all trading in the negative territory today. Bitcoin is down by 5% to approach that key 10K psychological level. Ether stands 5% in the red after the $200 support failed to hold. XRP declined towards the 26-cent zone. Bitcoin Cash is testing the $300 support level. And finally, Litecoin dropped by nearly 5% to trade at $72. The Coin 360 heat map is in the red today, signaling that bearish sentiments are driving the markets. Now, according to the token spread website, Bitcoin trades at a premium of 2% on the XMA exchange. Meanwhile, Bitstamp is the marketplace with the highest spread. Today, we'll take a quick look at some of the characteristics of Contentos. This blockchain protocol aims to form the foundation for a decentralized digital content ecosystem for content creators, consumers, and advertisers. This would allow all of the members of the ecosystem to benefit from a fair compensation for their contributions. The platform is powered by the COS token. The digital asset was priced at 1.6 cents earlier this year, and as of today, it trades up by more than 100% or nearly 3.3 cents. We will now review the performance of 5 cryptocurrency asset classes as grouped by the Messari website. The infrastructure group is down by 4%. Ethereum Classic is just one of the few top 100 assets trading in the green today. The media and entertainment category is the most bearish asset class, with a decline of more than 6%. The financial sector, on the other hand, has declined the least, standing just slightly less than 3% in the red. The currency category posts a decline of nearly 4%, and lastly, the services section shows a similar drop, and it is down by almost 4%. This is where the 5 major cryptocurrency categories stand so far this Wednesday. We'll now focus on the most significant moves among the top 100 cryptocurrencies. We'll then be back with our crypto experts after the short break, so do not go anywhere.
180 different countries all around the world, which makes us grow in like a sphere.
We are stronger than ever.
Have these questions answered without disclosing anything.
AI field is mostly controlled by a few large corporations.
Much busier, bigger than ever.
In the mid-2020s. I do think that will come.
We should kind of keep in mind that we want the world to be a better place.
$15 billion a day. This is incredible.
People find a way to create infrastructure.
I think knowledge is one of the most important things in the world.
We laid the foundation for the distributed trust model that Satoshi builds on.
It does come with some risk, but at the same time, I think it's an opportunity for countries.
Individuals miss the boat on a market, they miss the boat. When the institutions miss the boat, they bring the boat back.
This is BloxLive TV.
We are back with Jason Fernandez, the COO and co-founder of AE Token, and Jose Maria Macedo, head of advisory at Amazix. Guys, welcome to the program. How are we doing today?
Very good.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing well, thank you. Always a pleasure. Now, Jason, we will come to you first. Let's start with an update on the crypto markets, of course. We have seen the price of Bitcoin posting higher lows recently. The price has retreated towards that 10K level once again. So what is your take on the most recent market moves, Jay?
So I would say this is a normal ebb and flow sort of effect of regular market movements. A movement of 6 to 8%, even sometimes up to 10%. Is not unusual in crypto, specifically with regard to Bitcoin. We've seen it go up to like 22% in one day. So 5 and 6% is almost par for the course at this point. I don't think it's anything to worry about. The unfortunate part is that the more it trades sideways or spikes up and down, let's say 5 or 6%, even if it's just sort of spikes back and forth, the longer it sort of takes to break its all-time high. And that's sort of what everybody is waiting for. So it sort of keeps us back in this area of just above something like 9,800 as a support, 9,500 as a support, and we don't want to it would not really be positive for Bitcoin to be just trading here in perpetuity, basically from 9,500 to let's say 12,000 and back and forth. We'd ideally like to see it go up over time. Pretty significantly, but it's sort of going back and forth right now, sort of plus or minus 5-6%, which is pretty normal, is to be expected. One of the reasons that this recent bump didn't quite take hold is because this recent bump lacked volume. I mean, it was there was a huge price increase, but that wasn't a price based off of that much volume increase. So that's probably a reason why we saw this sort of jump back down to sort of the top 9,800s. I think right now it's just under 10,000. So that's sort of why that happened the way it did.
Right now it's about 9.9. So very much normal ebb and flow, that, as you said. So Jose, we will come to you. What is your take on the most recent moves here?
Yeah, I think a big theme here as well is there's some macro themes that have been brewing for a while that are sort of getting stronger and stronger and creating that perfect storm I keep talking about for Bitcoin. Obviously, we've talked at length about central bank policies, but I think it's worth sort of reinforcing this point that we're now at a point where the Fed, the European Central Bank, the Bank of Japan, the People's Bank of China, and pretty much every central bank in the world are preparing market participants for more rate cuts and additional stimulus measures. And many of these central banks, specifically the European Central Bank, are already at the minimum sort of rates that they can sustain, right? There's 13 trillion in negative yielding bonds in Europe. And so the market's sort of prepared for not only more rate cuts, but also more stimulus in the form of quantitative easing. And I think there's sort of two, like a first order and a second order response to this. And I think both of them are positive for Bitcoin. The first order response is sort of the one that most market participants take, which is, well, the Fed's cut rates. So the rates is the discount rates on all assets. It's the opportunity cost on investing capital. So that makes assets go up in price. So the market responds positively. But I think sort of the second order response and the more important one, and again, this was pointed out in a memo by Howard Marks, one of the great value investors of our time, is that when the Fed cut rates, what you have to think is, why is the Fed cutting rates? And the answer, of course, is that the Fed anticipates economic weakness, or it might even be seeing it taking place and wants to ward it off. So the second level thinking is, well, if the Fed is cutting rates, then there's something to worry about. And this is what's, I think, precipitating like some of the capital movement to safe haven assets like gold, like Bitcoin, whose correlation with gold has been definitely strengthened this year, although it weakened slightly over the last week. So I think those two themes are very important. And then, of course, there's currency devaluation. President Trump sort of accused China of devaluing their currency. There's doubts about whether they did that artificially or whether it was just a natural market movement. But in any case, obviously, currency devaluation is a good thing for safe haven assets like gold and like Bitcoin. So I think there's a lot of global themes brewing with Hong Kong as well, the capital flight from there and from China, that they're going to drive the narrative for this Bitcoin as a safe haven.
Okay, so again, we're always talking about geopolitics and how it's really affecting the price of Bitcoin, especially in terms of being that safe haven asset. Now, the Eurozone inflation figures disappointed earlier this week. The final annual inflation slowed down to just 1%. This gives the European Central Bank more room for stimulus, which many actually believe to be a bullish factor for Bitcoin due to its limited supply. But still, reports obviously show that there is no direct correlation between the monetary policy announcements and crypto markets. So we will come back to you, Jason. Why is this so? And do you actually expect this to change as the market will mature?
So I think this is a bullish sign for crypto, whether or not the market has realized that yet. Essentially, that news implies that the ECB might either cut rates or some sort of quantitative easing might be on the table. We know, of course, that the Fed has cut rates. Again, QE has been discussed. We also know that there's been discussions that perhaps the yuan has been devalued. We also know that there's talk of a recession. So that, for example, key indicators in the bond market appear to signal a recession. And along with quantitative easing, these are all bullish factors for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has sort of only been seen as a hedge or so-called safe haven asset, and that's sort of a new development. So it might take a while for everybody to recalibrate what the full effects, the knock-on effects of that fact are, and what the related behaviors that the market can expect. So it might take a while the market matures for sort of for the full import of what it means for the fact that Bitcoin is a safe haven asset, the full import of that to sort of sink in, and all the related market indicators to become clear to the people that are in the market. So it might take a little while for that to settle in, especially since the whole concept of Bitcoin being a safe haven asset is relatively new.
Relatively new. Like Jose was saying, it's just something that we've been speaking about recently. So absolutely, you can see and understand why that would take time for people to wrap their heads around this new concept. So Jose, your thoughts for us here?
Yeah, I think Ray Dalio wrote a great essay about this, about modern monetary theory, and I think it really applies to Europe. So obviously, policymakers have levers they can play in order to address, perceived economic weakness, and a lot of them are monetary policy levers. So obviously, they can lower interest rates. And Europe has done that extensively to the point that many people think they cannot lower it anymore. We have, as I said, 13 trillion in negative yielding bonds. Interest rates are negative in many countries around Europe. So it's difficult to say how negative they can get, but it seems like we're pretty much at the limit there. And then, of course, quantitative easing predicts, Ray Dalio and many others predict that it's going to become less and less effective as asset prices are already extremely inflated. Obviously taking the U.S. stock market, but the Shiller PE ratio for the U.S. stock market is as high as it's ever been. It matches both 1999 and 1929, which were obviously 2 years, 2 times right before a large bubble that ended up popping. So with those two sort of toggles out of the way, and again, it's worth remembering that quantitative easing is an experiment. It's something that was basically invented after 2008, at least at this scale. What he suggests is that the only thing we have left is this monetary policy 3, he calls, which is where we start using government and fiscal policy in order to inject money into the economy. So government spending, basically, and government deficits. And again, this is moving into another layer of experimentation, which I think is bullish for safe haven assets, as people will want to sort of have a hedge at all the economic experimentation that's going on, and that's going on in Europe especially. And of course, Europe has the added problem that the countries that are most indebted well, Europe basically operates under commodity money, so we don't control. There's a European central bank, but each country within the European Union doesn't control its own central bank, which means that it effectively owes in someone else's currency, which is a recipe for disaster when low growth and all the things that are happening in Europe start compounding. So it'll be an interesting few years for Europe. There's a lot of large investors short Europe, and I think the capital flight that might cause and the general hedging that will be required and movement into safe havens will be positive for Bitcoin.
Okay, but I think you're absolutely right. It's going to be a very interesting next few years for Europe. So we'll definitely, I'm quite looking forward to seeing what comes next. Now, the US Securities and Exchange Commission announced yesterday that Russian entity ICO Rating has actually agreed to pay nearly $270,000 to settle charges that it failed to disclose payments received from issuers for publicizing their digital asset security offerings. So, Jason, we will come back to you. How comes the SEC finds a Russian entity, and is this another blow to the already ailing ICO sector?
So it doesn't matter whether it's a Russian entity or not. What matters is sort of who are buying that those securities, for example. So if American citizens are buying those securities, then of course the SEC comes into play rather. And basically, the securities laws requires promoters, including whether that's people or whether it's a company, to disclose any compensation they receive for advertising investments to potential investors. So that way, those potential investors are aware that they're viewing a paid promotional item and what the relationship is between the platform, in this case ICO Rating, and the ICO, whatever it is that they're promoting. So that applies regardless. Securities law applies regardless of whether it's a traditional certificate or whether this is something on the blockchain. So once the SEC has determined that these particular securities were being touted by ICO Rating, then of course they go and look and see whether ICO Rating followed securities laws in that case. And of course, in this case, they didn't. And I don't think this is a blow to the industry. In fact, I think this is one of the rare instances where regulations actually helped bring transparency. I think rating agencies like ICO Rating should disclose if they have like financial interests or sort of hidden interests in projects that they're promoting, and they should also explain that they're promoting that and sort of the whole financial structure or motivation behind what they're doing. And that especially if they're promoting securities, but even if they're selling utilities for that matter, I mean, that's still it's sort of the ethical thing to do, and that's something that's sort of been lacking in this industry. So now that the SEC is coming in sort of mandating this, I think that's a good sign. I don't think that that's a blow to the ICO sector. I think that if anything, that will help clean it.
And I think, just to pick up on your last point there, when you talk about it being an ethical thing to do, I think it's quite interesting because that could be something actually that the space needs, just because I think at the moment we've seen it have quite a negative, a lot of negative connotations around it, so it could be quite a positive thing there. So, Jose, we'll come to you. What are your thoughts for us?
Yeah, I totally agree with what both of you said, to be honest. In terms of how they can enforce on a Russia-based company, these guys have offices in New York, and the majority of their traffic comes from the US. So, they're well within the SEC's reach. In terms of whether this is bad for the industry, I think it's really good for the industry. I don't think an alt season or altcoins can be built on just being unregistered securities. An ICO and this whole altcoin market can't just be a way to raise money while circumventing securities laws. I think that sort of denigrates some of the great projects that have been started, and which have legitimate token use cases and couldn't be done without a tokenized ecosystem. Obviously, the ICO boom, the majority of it was very scammy. There was a lot of companies doing some very shady stuff, and sort of people like ICO Bench and ICO Rating were at the heart of it. Taking money for writing reviews on projects and using rating systems that were very dodgy. And all this stuff, if we can't self-regulate, then we do need regulation to come in to help clean this up. And I think the only way the industry is going to progress is if we have these regulations that make sense, so that people transparently reveal, financial arrangements. We have rating systems that make sense and just, a fairer industry for everyone.
Well, I'd like to add, if possible, I'd like to add something.
Jay, are you still there?
Yeah, I'd like to add something. Basically, with regard to what Jose was just pointing out, ICO Bench has gotten a lot of flack over time for so-called paid reviews and stuff. But a lot of so I am, and I do rate ICOs on ICO Bench. And one of the things is that there's a lot of people that are impersonating ICO Bench experts and essentially will go and contact projects and try to essentially extort them for money. And those don't end up coming out to reviews. So it's actually a little bit more complicated. And they've gotten really strict over things like that. So they really watch and sort of ban people that are suspected of that. So I point that out, at least with ICO Bench in contrast to ICO Rating.
Okay, well, just thank you for the additional bit of information there. I just want to move on to focus on altcoins, because altcoins have actually been suffering recently. The Poloniex exchange said last week that it will delist 23 crypto pairs. So the Malta-based exchange CGEX announced this week that it will close down. And so I want to know, so Jason, we'll just stick with you for the minute. Does the fact that one asset makes up most of the market capitalization mean bad news for the exchange industry?
So we know altcoins have been taking a beating lately, and that's reflected just in Bitcoin dominance. I think the majority of coins are destined to fail. I think most people are aware of that and know that. Even if a small percentage of them end up doing well and become viable coins, that's still fine statistically. I mean, this is no different than a comparable number of sort of penny stocks that are out there, floating around doing nothing. And ultimately, they get delisted too. In terms of crypto exchanges, in some cases, they have to delist because there's, not a lot of volume. There's no reason to hold crypto to a higher standard than a lot of these other ways of investing into companies. I think a lot of people knew that they're investing in startups, at least they should have known. And so you're going to have a lower success rate than even the stock market, for example. The problem, of course, is that all these companies that sort of got rich selling the proverbial shovels in the crypto industry. So, for example, these crypto-to-crypto trading exchanges where you get in money via crypto and then you trade, the crypto to other types of different crypto. So, of course, when you have much less assets on those sort of exchanges, that can affect negatively that exchange, and also the ability to sort of get money from listing fees and things like that. As there are less coins, those are the exchanges that are hardest hit. But not so much those the exchanges that act as fiat on off ramps. Those sort of tend to be better off in situations like this.
I guess it really just depends on the type of exchange it is. So Jose, we'll come to you. What are your thoughts for us?
Yeah, it's worth mentioning that Poloniex, the stated reason for delisting was actually regulatory reasons, not lack of volume or lack of performance. But of course, as Jason said, and as we all know, Bitcoin dominance is back at 70%. The story is actually looking, because the coins are priced in dollar terms, it actually doesn't tell the full story. When we look at the top 10 in terms of Bitcoin, most of them are in all-time lows in terms of Bitcoin. I think this dominance is likely to continue. We're not likely to see an alt season for a while. I think the narrative around Bitcoin's tightening, the safe haven asset, and it's the only one that really has that narrative around it. So I think until Bitcoin reaches another all-time high, we're not likely to see an alt season. That said, I do think there are certain, so-called altcoins that are very much outperforming, and that are, in terms of the actual fundamentals that are occurring on it. Ethereum is one of them, in terms of the volume that's happening on DeFi, the development activity that's happening on there. That's very much still growing, and I think there are several examples of coins like that. So yeah, I don't think all altcoins are dead. I think, as Jason said, these are startups. Startups have a notoriously high failure rate, and if startup stock was publicly traded, as it is in crypto, we would see a very similar story to what we're seeing here. So I don't think it's anything to be surprised by.
Just finally, I do want to pick you up on the point where you say, the narrative around Bitcoin is tightening. So especially, we are actually seeing that on Twitter because there has been a lot of buzz around Bitcoin, Bitcoin on Twitter. And it appears to be changing. It starts from supporting Bitcoin Cash to actually supporting Bitcoin. So Jose, we will just come back to you. What is your take on this move, and why do you think we've seen this sudden change? Why is that narrative around Bitcoin tightening?
I think the reason narrative around Bitcoin's tightening is we sort of had the ICO boom, and I think that was very disappointing for a lot of people. Most of those coins went nowhere, and I think what we're seeing now is a reconvergence around Bitcoin. I think these narratives are very reflexive. They sort of follow performance rather than preceding it. So what we see is, when ETH's outperforming, then the ICO boom's happening. Everyone's excited about Ethereum. Everyone's excited about what's happening there. And then when it starts underperforming, the narrative starts shifting to one of ETH being not capturing value and everything we're seeing around it now. So I think it's very difficult to say whether these narratives follow or lead. But it's very clear that I think people are seeing Bitcoin, this correlation to gold. They're seeing its narrative as a safe haven. That's sort of gaining some traction. They're seeing it's uncorrelated to most other asset classes. We're seeing funds start to get into it. So I think all those things are converging to sort of make that narrative quite strong for the moment.
Okay, so you've mentioned a lot there, ICO boom, you said, well, they're following the performance. And of course, one of the hottest topics that we're always talking about is Bitcoin versus gold and Bitcoin as that safe haven asset. I guess especially following everything that we're seeing geopolitically, in some ways it does make sense, doesn't it? So Jason, we'll come back to you just finally to finish. What is your take on this Bitcoin Cash kind of going on the back bench when it comes to Bitcoin now on Twitter?
So I'll tell you what this is referring to is basically the @Bitcoin account on Twitter. So the @Bitcoin account for a long time was tweeting pro-Bitcoin Cash stuff, and nobody really knows who owns @Bitcoin. That's sort of been a mystery for a while. At some point, Roger Ver said that while he didn't own it, that he knew who actually did own that handle, and that they were a Bitcoin Cash supporter. What's happened now is that person, whoever it was that controlled @Bitcoin, has now stopped tweeting pro-Bitcoin Cash and started instead tweeting pro-Bitcoin tweets. And in fact, he's actually gone and the owner, he or she, has actually gone and private messaged a whole bunch of people to ask them to remove bans that they've received because they were promoting Bitcoin Cash. So it seems like they've fallen, whoever it is that owned @Bitcoin seems to have fallen out of love with Bitcoin Cash. One of I heard somebody in the space speculate that maybe the person who owned @Bitcoin was romantically linked with Roger Ver at one point, and that perhaps they recently broke up. And I suppose that's as good a theory as any.
A little bit of gossip for us just to end the program. And actually, that makes a lot of sense because I think today I saw somebody tweet that they're finally unblocking the Bitcoin, the @Bitcoin account. And so I didn't quite understand the joke there, but now I do. Guys, thank you so much. As always, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
See you next week.
Now, before we sign off, I do have a last-minute update from our editorial staff regarding the crypto market. The price of Bitcoin has just recently slipped below the 10K mark. This has pushed the total market capitalization south of the $260 billion level. Trading activity has increased slightly. The coin market cap website's daily traded volume is approaching the $60 billion territory. Well, that is all for this Wednesday's Crypto Now live show. We thank Jose Maria Macedo and Jason Fernandez for their expert analysis. We thank the audience for joining us and invite you all to accompany us every weekday at the same time.